Welcome back everybody, one and all, to Let's Play Doom 64 Retribution, version 1.5, as played on the GZDoom engine on the Doomslayer difficulty. I'm the Wolf Arrock. This is map 17, Watch Your Step. Now, everything starts out quietly enough. If you were to in fact look at the GZDoom stats, no monsters. Apparently. So, do we just get to freely skedaddle through this level as we see fit? Like it's a bonus run? No. It's the thing with what I believe is called ACS spawning, after all. I don't know what the acronym stands for, but it's a different kind of spawning than using teleport closets, like some games do. A backpacker spawned in. And this is what makes the map particularly unique. Now, before we step forward, you see those little cross tiles. Each time you step on one of those, a set of monsters spawns in. And we're just gonna go nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now run back. Just hang back at the stairs and then just make like a sentry turret and just shoot at anything that comes into view. Could be anything, could be Barons, could be Hell Knights, could be Cacos. I don't know what exactly spawns in on each tile. I don't care either. I'm a Doom Marine. I just do shit. I will take the time to say that it's tempting to try and run over all the tiles and spawn everything just about all at once. I would actually strongly advise against that. You don't want too big of a crowd to build up on you. Especially when pain elementals are involved. I keep meaning to talk about the pain elementals and I never have. Because I love what they've done with the pain elementals in this game. They look so much more disgusting and they're actually a lot more threatening when you couple in the fact that lost souls are bastards in this game. They truly feel like a demonic enemy. I never really took them all that seriously in Doom 2. Not their design, nor their attack. Especially with the limitations. When so many lost souls are already on a map, pain elementals can't do anything. They almost, without the limitations removed, they feel like such a semi-useless enemy on the whole. Here, they're just that much more demonic and disgusting and actually threatening. I think we'll try the rocket launcher out for a bit. Actually, let's go with the plasma gun. I want to get rid of that pain elemental. The nice thing about plasma guns is how well they cut through lost souls to get to the pain elemental. The chain gun's kind of useless there. Not that the chain gun's a piece of shit weapon, don't get me wrong. It's just not a heavy enough weapon to cut through lost souls in order to get to the pain elemental. So yes, you can see that this is my strat. Just alert everything, hang back, and wait for them to come to you, and then just blast them all to keep them calm. Aww, you can't do anything. You're stuck behind that door. Because monsters don't know how to open up their own doors in their own world. Actually, I know it's because the author Evander wanted to make sure the monsters could stay under control, but it's just still accidentally funny. Okay, so we gotta pull down the elevator now. We'll be fighting a few imps. No big deal. And then we have to take this teleporter, and this is where things get a little bit unique. Because you have to do a whole lot of things to spawn more enemies in, and because if you don't spawn them in, you still get 100% kills, but it would just feel wrong. Now, the two secrets in this map, that you get them by simply shooting this far out switch. Opens up this closet, pull that switch. Access to the first secret is now granted. And then zombies will spawn in. Pick up the Berserk Pack to spawn in some imps and other enemies. And let's get the chain gun out. I think that's a pain elemental over there, but for now, just shoot that other switch over the other side. And then enter this closet, hit that switch. Secret number 2 is now active. And we have to grab the armor here in order to spawn more enemies. I think that's what spawns in the pain elemental. So we may need the plasma gun again. Yeah, go for it. Let's leave the arena and go get the Soul Sphere. Actually, what we should do, I don't know how to get those stim packs, so I'm not going to really worry about it too much, but what we can do as well, this is a bit of TDM and backtracking involved, unfortunately, so this is going to take up more video time. I'm just looking for the Lost Soul. Well, he's here somewhere, but fuck him. We have to take the elevator, and then take the teleporter, and then you drop out the side here and you can pick up some potions. And then you have to go back to the teleporter and pretty much repeat ad nauseum. It's tedious, but I want to have as much health as possible before, damn it, picking up the Soul Sphere. We do also have a Mega Sphere in the process as well. Oh, that's just armor. I don't care about that. Maybe this is, yeah, more potions. And I think that concludes our stay in this portion of the arena. Unless we want to come back for more rockets. But for now, this is where the Soul Sphere is. This is also usually an invulnerability. So normally I would save that for last, but when I go up against the cyber demons at the end, but that's kind of pointless. And there's the Mega Sphere. So we'll be picking up on that after we're done with the map. So we'll have the rockets in hand, come back down here, zombies will spawn in, and we'll be up against a few waves of enemies. Let's just make sure we've got a decent amount of plasma, I guess. But after you kill enough enemies from the first wave, the second wave spawns in, which is the pinkies here, the spectres even. And then we'll get imps. Let's collect some rockets around the arena before they spawn in. Then we can keep our rocket count nice and high. There's the imps. After the imps, we'll get Barons of Hell, and then after the Barons of Hell, I believe we get Araxotrons and Mancubi. And then after that, we get the big fight that we are going to completely cheese. Because in this playthrough, I don't really have a tolerance for cyber demons. Whoa, 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 whoa! Make sure you duck back every once in a while. Because you have a number of those Baron projectiles hurled at you. Yeah, they hurt. There's the Mancubi and the Ratchetrons. Pain in the ass that you've got to be a close enough distance for auto aim to work too, when they have no paint stun. Now, watch the corpses as you fight, because once they actually disappear, and that usually signifies it's time to fight the cyber demons. So you want to be alert for that. And there they are! On we go! Man, that death animation is beautiful. Ah, I love how drawn out it is. You can see the cyber demons in immense pain before he explodes. And that concludes the fighting. So let's go pick up the Megasphere, and why don't we top up on some rockets while we're at it too. There's enough rockets lying around this portion of the arena that justifies picking them back up, and... hot damn. That's more than I thought. Those rockets must be stacked. That was worth coming back down here before we exit. And we're done! I gotta say, this is definitely one of the most unique maps in the entire game. Because the premise is based on where you're stepping around, and if you step too far ahead, you can spawn that many more enemies in, and through your actions you can decide if you just take it one small stage at a time or turn the map into a complete clusterfuck. In that squared off arena with the inner building at the very least. Once you're done with that section and come back down to the starting arena, that's when the game plays on its terms, not yours. It's a very arena-style map, and it's just one of my favorites just for how unique it is. You've seen it. I gotta tell you though, if you don't know where the secrets are and you don't have the Unmaker and you're playing this on the console, this map's a fucking joke. I actually despised this map and rage quit the console version at that point because I didn't know where to find the Unmaker, except for the one that I had, you know, in Ultra of Pain. I didn't know where the artifacts were. It was a miserable experience, and I can imagine even now if you know where to find the Unmakers and the artifacts, it's probably not all that bad if you at least know where the secrets are, but it's probably still rough to play. Beautiful map. Where are we going next? Spawned Fear. See you guys then.